By the way, I think it's time. I think we're about, 17 minutes in. I think it's about time I patted myself on the back. How about that download speed last week? Huh? How about that? I didn't hear any complaining. Hundreds and hundreds of people bitch, moaning, and fucking, why your podcast take so long to download? Right? So I finally fixed the goddamn problem. And what do I get? I get like 5 tweets going, hey, I really appreciate it. What happened to the rest of you cunts? You went on to bitch about something else? You don't like the photo on my fucking page? You ever stop and thinking about, maybe finding out what you're really upset about? Jesus Christ, could I use that advice, huh? All right. Let's talk about something in the news, shall we? You know what? I think they should have to fucking sing the news the way they do in the Catholic Church. There was a guy who got attacked by 2 monkeys in South Africa. He decided he was going to go down there and try to rehabilitate some chimpanzees that had been abused, and they turned around, dragged him for 2 kilometers, and kicked the shit out of him. What a dumb fuck. Why would you fly across the world to get your fucking ass kicked? Did you guys hear about this dude? South Africa, Texas student attacked by chimp improves. Thank God he improves. This poor fucking bastard, he's a ranger, right? He loves animals. This is the thing about animal lovers. You got to realize that once you go past a certain level of domestic animal and you start getting into the wild, no matter how much you love them, they're not going to love you back. Wild animals are like that dick you shouldn't have gone out with. That person who cheated on you, that person who just doesn't have your back. Wild animals do not have your back. Your dog has your back. Your cat, borderline. Cats kind of have that creepy vibe that if shit went bad, they'd side with the intruder. You know what I mean? Fish, they just don't have any fucking say. They're like a Stepford wife. That's why dogs are the best. They truly fucking love you. My dog fucking loves me. We'll be on a walk, and all of a sudden she just look up at me. It's almost like she's smiling. How fucking warped do I sound? She's probably just panting, and it looks like she's smiling. And she's probably going like, why does he have this fucking rope around my neck? This doesn't make any sense to me. If I really wanted to, I could rip his fucking face off. But in my world, I'm so in love with my dog. Look, she's smiling at me. But that's not bad when you just have a dog. I think people who fucking, fuck with animals for a while, wild animals, they start thinking like, oh, look at the cheetah. Oh, she's playing. And all of a sudden, this fucking launches itself at you. All right. I believe that we came from monkeys. I believe that we came from the apes. I believe something else, so there's 3 in a row, and this sounds smooth. But I by no means think that those fucking things like us. I don't give a shit if I teach it sign language and the chimp's sitting there going in sign language, hey, I think you're a cool guy there, freckled-faced cunt, There's no fucking way I'm ever going on the other side of the goddamn cage. This poor bastard was on the other side of the cage. He just got too close. That's how fucking insane a wild animal is. Chimpanzees, they say, have the strength of six men. This dude got attacked by 2 chimps. That would be like getting attacked by a flash mob. Okay? Like 12 fucking people. They just grabbed this motherfucker by his ankles. They reached underneath. I don't know what kind of bullshit cage they had. It was like a compound, so they put up that cheap wire shit when you don't want a rabbit to come in and eat your lettuce, right, in your garden. Like, they put that shit up. So this fucking guy's sitting there, is like going, doing that shit. And he's like, what are you guys trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me, right? And he's trying to sign to him. You guys want to play Frisbee? Right? And they're sitting there talking to each other going, just 2 more inches. 2 more inches. Look at this dumb motherfucker. He wants to play Frisbee. Right? And they reach underneath, grab him by his fucking ankles. Strength of 12 men. They fucking pull them right underneath that goddamn thing. Like when you go to Quiznos and they stick your sub right through that poor excuse for a fucking brick oven. Yanked that motherfucker right underneath. Oh my God. And then they dragged him for like another fucking 2 kilometers. However fucking far that is, I don't know. In my world, that's, what's that, about 1.25 miles? Because I know like 60 kilometers is like 40 miles an hour. Who gives a fuck? They dragged this son of a bitch basically through the length of every football stadium in the NFL. And I can guarantee you it wasn't the nice turf that those guys play on. This was the natural habitat. Like, I can't imagine the vice grip strength. Those fucking things, man, they'll rip your foot off, they'll rip your balls off, they'll rip your face off. They'll rip it off like you open a fucking goddamn thing of yogurt. Goddamn ice cream when you just take the lid off. They do that to your face. What the fuck are you doing near these goddamn things? You know? Jesus fucking Christ. I would have 2 tranquilizer guns, and I would be wearing one of those fucking, you know, those suits you wear when you think you're going to get bitten by a shark? That chain link shit? There's no fucking way. There's no way. Fucking catcher's mask welded to my face. I'm not going anywhere near it. And not only that, these aren't just regular fucking chimps that have been swinging around eating bananas, occasionally eating another monkey alive. Right? This isn't that shit. These are ones that were abused. They were already fucked with. Okay? And having adopted a fucking abused dog and the goddamn schizo shit that thing does, I can't fucking imagine a goddamn schizophrenic fucking ape. 2 of them. Strength of 12 goddamn men, and you're going to walk near the cage trying to sign, hey, how about the weather, Frank, or whatever fucking human name you gave him. You're out of your fucking... God bless you. Your heart's in the right place. Fortunately, this kid doesn't seem like he had any damage like that, but like this dude was so in shock, like they were finally able to just like stitch him up and stabilize him. And evidently he's not in critical condition, and it doesn't seem like... It seems like he still has his balls, his feet, and his face, which is incredible. But they say, you know, he has bite marks and fractures, plural. Oh, my God, just treating you like a fucking rag doll. That is the most horrifying shit in the world to me. Nature is the most horrifying shit. I would rather have... Oh, let's see. You know what? The human equivalent, someone has to come into my house with a fucking chainsaw. I can deal with the goddamn... I could deal with a machete. All right? I could deal with that. Chainsaws, that's hardcore. I could fuck a machete, I could deal with. I think I could fucking do the Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, stick my face out and then pull it back when you took a swing and then fucking try to take both your legs out. Only hardcore boxing fans got that one. But, I mean... If you were in a room with the chimp and that thing goes fucking ape shit, no pun intended, that thing is on the floor, it's up on the ceiling, it's across the room, it's like a comet. And you're sitting there dealing with human speed. Dude, that's why we got the brains that we have. That's why we're so much smarter. We have to be, because we're so fucking slow. You know what I mean? You ever see the white guy who gets dunked on in those highlight films? You know, that fucking guy that they bring off the bench when the team's either up by 30 or down by 30. That guy, that's what we are in nature. Even the fucking athletic humans. You know, we're nowhere near. Just think like how fast a fucking snake is. A fucking pit viper, right? Just, that thing fucking, you're bit and that thing has left the fucking building before that signal from your fucking leg going, hey, we just got bit by a goddamn pit viper, even reaches your brain. That snake is already leaving. And then you go, and then as the realization that you got bit hits you, you're already collapsing. Why the fuck would you go out there? You know, I don't know. We had to be that fucking smart. I can't imagine that the goddamn fear back in the fucking day. You're walking around with a bunch of goddamn Neanderthals or whatever. Neanderthals, I guess that's how you're supposed to say it. I said Neanderthal. my entire life, but it's Neanderthal, I guess. And what else was there? There was 2 tribes. One of them died off. There was the Neanderthals, and then there was the fucking Cro-Magnons. And I forget what the fuck we are. One of them won, and the other ones, one of them was a little bit smarter, and the other ones were a little dumber. And the dumber ones died off. All right? And some people have a little bit of that Cro-Magnon or Neanderthal in them, because, they're people. They fuck, right? It's going to be the dumbest educational podcast you're ever going to fucking hear. I just totally lost my train of thought. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, Neanderthals, right? So, I can't imagine just fucking walking around. Did you ever see that shit when they did that whole thing on Cro-Magnons and Neanderthals? Like, one of them was like fucking slower, like the fucking white dude in the NBA. And one of them was a little bit quicker, a little bit smarter. So they fucking did this shit where, like, when they would show them, like, taking down some prehistoric bison, like, the fucking little smarter ones, they could fucking, that shit. They could slip a punch. They could throw a goddamn spear. They could do it from a fucking distance. Like this fucking jackass. He was too close to the goddamn cage. The fucking Cro-Magnons, whatever, the dumber ones, they would just brute strength. They would fucking run and try to tackle the thing, and someone would, separate their shoulder or break an elbow, and there's nobody around to set that shit. Every step in your fucking non-existent shoes and your big stupid prehistoric foot is just having that pain shoot through your body. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine sitting there looking out of a cave and everything is that much faster than me, and I don't have a fucking door. I don't have a gun. You just must be just sitting there like, and you can't really communicate to the other person because language hasn't been developed yet. So you're just having that what the fuck look on your face. That was probably one of the first phrases invented. Like, are you shitting me? Or can you fucking believe this? I don't know. But God bless that dude. You're an animal lover. I totally know where you're coming from. But for the love of fucking God, those things are not your friends. Okay? I don't know. Start P90X and stay away from that fucking cage. Jesus Christ, can you imagine that? I am getting dragged away by 2 fucking abused chimps. And you know goddamn well he saw that fucking Oprah one episode where that woman came on with no face. I know he was fucking thinking of that shit. I hate those motherfuckers. You know what it is? I like gorillas. I hate chimpanzees, and I hate those little monkeys. The little motherfuckers that throw their shit at you. I can't stand those fuckers, and I hate chimpanzees. I always hated those motherfuckers. I didn't know why, and now I know why. That was my inner fucking, whatever the fuck, caveman telling me, get the fuck out of here. Go back to the cave, stupid. I don't trust them. I don't trust those fucking things. You ever go to the zoo and your eyes meet with like a lion? Just that fucking look on their face when I've said this before. It's like the same look like when a hooker looks at you. Like it's the real deal. You know? This isn't some fucking bullshit flirting, playing hard to get a couple drinks out of you. It's, yeah, you got $20, I will suck your dick. What? You know? Lions got that same look on their face. Like, yeah, if you weren't in that fucking armored vehicle or on the other side of this, yeah. If I was hungry, I would eat you, and no matter how much you screamed, I wouldn't give a shit. It would actually excite me more to rip your fucking head off. There's no way. There's no way. There's no fucking way. That's why I watch all those animal things, man. I'm fascinated, and I appreciate all those people that put themselves in harm's way, because there's no other way to really gauge how strong an animal is until you see it slap around a human being. Like, I can't watch 2 fucking grizzly bears wrestle and slap each other. They're in the same weight class. You know what I mean? If I see him bitch slap a human being, then and watch the guy's head spin around a couple times, I was like, wow. All right, I get that. I can now gauge that. It's like, yeah, like kilometers versus miles. Oh, Jesus. All right, I think we killed that subject.